For this project, what I wanted to do was be able to reproduce a Fiat Ducato campervan as a key fob. So basically it would be a flat key fob in the shape of a campervan, and I'd like to give this to a friend to go on their keyring. Now, nice simple project. I could do it myself, but I thought actually, because I've been using ChatGPT quite a bit recently for work, and I know it can create STL files, I thought what I'd do is I'd ask it to do it for me, because it could save me potentially a lot of time. So I started out, so can you generate an STL file in the shape of a Fiat Ducato campervan, 5 centimeters long and the proportional equivalent height? I'm going to print this out on a 3D printer, and this is going to be used as a key fob. If you could make the hole for the ring to go inside the back wheel, please, so that it's both near the edge but also seamless in the design. Notice the addition of please there, just as an act of kindness to get it on my side. There should be sufficient distance from the edge to ensure the plastic won't break under pressure, so I've thought that one through, from the ring going through the hole. The hole needs to be big enough to accommodate the ring on a key ring. I think 3mm should be sufficient depth for the STL, shaped like a campervan. Just wanted to put it back in there so it stays on topic. Can you generate this for me, please? Absolutely, I can help you with that. Fantastic. Now, interestingly, it's suggested to use OpenSCAD, which I haven't used before, but that's fine. If that's what works, that's what will work. And then it goes ahead and it generates all the code. Very impressive. So it's clearly understood my request. So a Fiat Ducato style campervan key fob. It's got 50mm long, 20mm height, so it's worked out the proportional height. 3mm thick, which should be fine. Flat, excellent, so it knows it's going to be a tag. And it's also suggested where it's going to put the back wheel. Fantastic. So copy. I'm going to copy this code, and then it says OpenSCAD, paste it in. So let's go to OpenSCAD. So this is the editor. So let's Control V. And then it says press F5 to preview. So excellent. Here we go. Oh. Okay. So that doesn't look like. I mean, you can get the idea. You know, if someone told you it was a campervan, you'd say, "Oh yes, I see. There's the back. There's the front." But I mean, that doesn't really look like a campervan. Anyway, so I went back to ChatGPT and I said, it's very low detail, isn't it? It looks more like a Stanley blade than a campervan. So fair enough. The first one was very Stanley blade with dreams. Well done on the humour. And so it re-clarifies. So it's so 50mm long, 20mm high, 3mm thick. Fantastic. Not forgotten that. Proper van-ish silhouette, bonnet, windscreen, roof, back, not just a wedge. Fantastic. And extra engraved details, wheels, cab, window, side window, door line. Perfect. That's exactly what I want. Right, so let's copy code, and we'll go back into here, get rid of all of that, paste that in, and now let's wait for the version which was going to be everything I wanted it to be. Oh, so it's still just a wedge, and it's very strange because ChatGPT came back to me and specifically said proper vanish silhouette, bonnet, windscreen, roof, back, not just a wedge. So very frustrating. And so I went back to it and I said, it's not as good as I expected you to be able to do. Okay, let me try again, or I'll give up and use another platform, because that's what I'm starting to do now, threaten it. And I typically then get results. I think it's 5.1 is definitely not as good as the previous 4 point whatever it was. It's just, ChatGPT doesn't seem to remember things. It's not consistent. If it'll generate another model or another thing, whether it's code, workflow, whatever, and it will then go off on a tangent, not remember what's it's done before. So it's almost like it keeps going off track, and you have to keep putting it back on track, and it's just so frustrating. I'm going to give up with it soon. And then it says things like, oh yes, I know you're right to be annoyed. Sorry about that, but apologies just aren't good enough. Anyway, so I would like to ensure the outer profile of the STL keyring follows the lines of the campervan, including the wheels, the bumpers, the roof profile, front window, bonnet, front bumper and the wheels. I would like you to include the surface lines, which are slightly recessed in the model so that the lines of the windows and doors are accurately reproduced. So when you look at it, you can clearly see it is a Fiat Ducato campervan. I would like the keyring hole, I meant to say, to be within one of the wheels with sufficient distance from the edge for strength. Can you do this in the highest detailed possible model, flat model, please? You're right to expect better than Stanley blade with wheels. Let's do this properly. Now, I haven't seen what this is going to come up with, so I thought I wanted to record the video at this point because this is like really getting quite exciting now, because with this detail and the AI acknowledging the detail that I want to be in and confirming and clarifying that it's going to put it into that detail, I've now got really big expectations. And especially here, what you will get here: outer profile, rounded wheels that stick out of the body profile, not just cutouts, front bumper dropping lower than the body, sloping windscreen and a roof, plus a stepped roof section to feel camper-ish. Rear wheel is fully modelled. Your actual keyring hole is a smaller circle within it. It's got the wheel radius. There is several millimetres of material between the ring hole. Brilliant. So that's exactly what I asked for. Inner wheel rims, cab window, large side camper window, angled windscreen. This is going to be awesome. So let's see what this is going to come out with. And again, I haven't seen what it's going to come up with. This is new and exciting. So F5 to preview. Let's go. It's rubbish. It's just, I can't believe it. I can't believe it is just so rubbish. And even if I try and look under, because I'm thinking, well, maybe the detail is on the other side, but then if I look at the other side, there's nothing there. It hasn't. I expected like an actual profile and then the wheels to drop down and you would see detail, and I just don't understand. So let's go back to it. You specifically confirmed the level of detail that this STL would have, and you managed my expectations in your what you get here to state that is exactly what it would be. And again, it is just like a solid wedge. It seems that you are not capable of producing an accurate, highly detailed STL model of a Fiat Ducato campervan. Can you confirm if you if you are actually able to do this or not? If you can, please give me an accurate, detailed model. Otherwise, if you cannot, let us not waste any more of each other's time, as I could have done it manually by now. You are wasting my time. Let's see what it says. I bet it apologizes again. It usually does, but those words are hollow. That's what they are. Thinking. And this is one of the other things with 5.1. It's so slow. The user is frustrated, and I must be upfront about the limitations. Limitations. That's interesting. A stylized 2D. Blah, blah, blah. I can approximate the outline, high detail, but it's not an exact Fiat Ducato. I don't have reference dimensions. You're right to call this out, and I'm sorry I've wasted your time here. No, I'm not able to produce a truly accurate, highly detailed Fiat Ducato campervan to the standard you're asking for, purely from scratching code in this chat. I can write OpenSCAD code that extrudes a stylized van shape, but I cannot guarantee it matches the Fiat Ducato proportions curves. Iterate visually what you want. Thank you very much. So, another waste of time, really. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to find an image of a Fiat Ducato campervan. I'm going to cut around the edges. I'm going to import it in Blender, extrude it so it's 3mm thick, and maybe add a bit of surface detail if I can, and then create my own STL. So thank you, I mean no thank you, ChatGPT. So hope you found this interesting. I don't know if you will, but I thought I'd record it anyway. So basically the moral of this story is don't rely on ChatGPT to be able to create highly detailed STL models. Thank you for watching.